What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And as always, this one is the original, the first, and I dare say the best. Pregame Game of Thrones Season 8 show with episode 2. And I'm not alone. As always, I'm rocking with my right hand, and my right hand is on the trigger. My ninja, the king of the north, Moji out.
What's going on, folks? It's Moji, the king of the north. It's Mojini, baby. It's Teflon TV. It's the bareback barbarians doing what we do.
That is what's up. That is what's up. We are here live with y'all people right now. We got a bunch of people chilling with us in the chat. What up to my man Big E? What up to the Imaginary Realm? What up to T Baby, small council member holding it down? What up to the OTDA holding the Gazette for the Don up in the chat? Grab the strap, baby. Grab the strap. We got Gambino Capo up here. We got A Cummins up in here. We got Majors, S Majors up in here. Anthony Bagquez is up in here. Sir LT Giles is up in this piece. Edward Martin is up in this piece. See, LT says, finally, I'm sorry. Listen, sometimes YouTube be messing up. The start time is always 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And that's where it goes. We got Living My Rhapsody up in here holding it down. Kevin Cleary holding it down. Drinks and Know Things is up in here. Choo Choo Train is up in here, baby. Big Pimpin', baby. You know how we do. John Martinez is up in this piece. A lot of more people. We're going to keep giving the shout outs as it goes on. But Mo Genie Languini, I didn't get your ranking. Scale of 1 to 10 on this episode that we just seen before we get into the next episode. Episode 1, what is your ranking for on the scale of 1 to 10?
What's my ranking?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. I don't want to give it too high, but I don't want to give it too low. Damn, episode was good. It was a reunion episode. Woo! We done seen everybody we wanted to see. We done seen John on a dragon. We done seen every damn thing in that episode. You know what? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
8?
A long, strong 8 out of 10.
Jesus Christ, that's a big number, baby. That's big expectations. I mean,
That's a big motherfucking number.
There's no doubt. What up to Lady Diligence in here? What up to Claire Gray? He says that Mo sounds like he's stepping on bubble wrap. Mo, maybe you got a little crackling going on with your microphone. If you could clear that up real quick, right there.
Is my mic fucked up, guys?
Yeah, it sounds a little bit poppy. It's popping a little bit and stuff like that. But you know, we still pulling the tree. Huh?
What about now?
Nope, you sound perfect right now. That's perfect.
Okay, all right.
We got my first ever subscriber of all time. I see Spots is up in the chat. You know what I mean? Showing the Don some love. You know what I mean? I would just like to say I have sent out all of you people's prizes. I just got an email from Amazon. It says that it's being delayed a little bit. I guess the music boxes, I must have bought them all out because that's why it's slow. But I will say that one person, I only sent out 3 and I'm missing one person. I don't know who that person is. So when the people who get their music boxes, they will arrive this week. Please contact me and let me know that you got them. So and then the person who does not get theirs, please tell me you did not get them. Now there was a little controversy with one of the questions. I was sent a screenshot from someone on my email saying that they won it before somebody else. I'm going to send that person a music box too. So everyone's getting a music box and everything else. That's how we do, you know what I mean? So that's the way it goes down. The Game of Thrones Monopoly game was not claimed because Mojini put the question out there, who would be the first death, and nobody answered that question. So we could not before the death was shown. So, and no one answered at all.
I can't believe none of y'all went as soon as the video ended to the chat, to the comment section, and saw my question and guessed who was gonna die first. It was little Umber Boy died. but nobody guessed it, so we're gonna have to do that Monopoly prize with another question later.
Yeah, we'll do the same thing again at the end. At the end of the video, Mo Genie's gonna ask a question. It'll be right in the chat. It's for the Monopoly game. Put it down there. Who you think it is? You get it right. That's how it goes down. You know what I mean? That's what we do up in this piece. That's how we get down up in this piece. As always, we will have some guests arriving with us shortly at 7 o'clock. But we always, me and Mo got half an hour to rock with y'all in the chat and everything else because we gotta get what we gotta get going. All right. So Mo Genie, what was your favorite part of that last week's episode?
My favorite part, other than a brand being creepy as fuck, just sat there all night long in the Winterfell courtyard, like he ain't have nobody to push him around. That was one of my favorite parts. But I'ma say most dubitatively, my favorite part was Jon Snow riding the dragon. He was riding his daddy's namesake. He was riding Rhaegal, the Green Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what my favorite part. I don't even know if I can get one a favorite part. I mean, if I had to think of one favorite part, I don't know. I don't have an exact favorite. It's something that just made me say this is the greatest thing ever. I will say that I like the little Ned Umber, the death spiral, him sitting in the Targaryen symbol being lit on fire and him dying in that symbol. And that gives me, let me give a shout out to my last video I put out about that symbol and stuff. It's got a tremendous amount of views. I know a lot of people put out videos on that, but it seems that mine is the one that got the most views from what I'm seeing. And I just like to thank all y'all who made that possible by thumbs up in my videos and going and liking. And I got a tremendous amount of comments, positive comments on that, and put out a part 2 video to it. So thank you very much for all the love that I was shown in the chat. I didn't get a lot of love from the YouTubers themselves, but from the people out here in the chat. Thank y'all and all the people. I definitely appreciate the love, and we still going to be dropping all these videos and doing what we do and keep on getting them views and this help watching this house.
Dog,
you know what I mean?
Dog, that dragon ride was so important. That's why it was my favorite part. Because first off, it let Danny know again that this dude is special. All right. For people that don't understand, right? She's not understood this whole time why this cat is so special. Why this dude is just the dirt under her fingernails. She just can't get him out of her system. You know what I'm saying? And once the dragons took to him, that sealed the deal. You might as well have wrapped her up in a Victoria's Secret catalog and just gave her away to John, because that was it. Once the dragons, the babies, took to John, just imagine when a girl's dog takes to you. It's a wrap. It's done. It's donezo.
I feel you on that. I will say this though. She offered that dragon up pretty fast. You know what I mean? She didn't let Dario jump on that dragon. She didn't let nobody else jump on that dragon, but she was quick to put Jon Snow on that goddamn dragon, on his back and stuff. But in the end, I think that Jon Snow's dragon is Drogon. I think that Danny's got to go so Jon could eventually get on the back of Drogon.
That's one of the reasons I think Drogon was looking at him. Drogon, that shit was funny as hell the way Drogon and Rhaegal were looking at him. But Drogon was like, damn, I want to get a piece of that.
Yeah, Drogon was definitely looking at him like, what are you doing with my mama? Because he see it. It's hard to explain. If you've been in a relationship or something like that, and you got children, and you're doing your damn thing, and your child walks in the room, it's kind of hard to explain why mama got marshmallow fluff sprayed across her ass. You know what I mean? And that is the look that Drogon gave him. Like, what the hell are you doing to my mama, boy? And everyone you get that look. Even if it's your own daddy. If it's your own daddy, you still, when you see your mama with marshmallow fluff shoved up on her ass and it's in the air, you get a look like, what are you doing to my mama, man? What are you doing to my mama? You know what I mean? And that's the look that Drogon gave him. Like, hey, you got to back up, son. You got to back up.
Drogon was peeping Tommen right there. He was peeping and he was Huh?
No doubt about it, baby. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? He was definitely getting a little jelly up in there and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. He was definitely. I'm surprised he didn't put his tail in between them and try to push him away or something like that, because that's what it seemed like he was trying to do and shit. You know what I mean? But it was definitely something jumping off and shit. Without,
Straight the F up.
you know what I mean? Without a goddamn without a doubt. You know what I mean?
So what was your favorite scene?
As I said, it's hard for me to pick one's favorite scene because I didn't rate the episode as high as you rated the episode. You know what I mean? I did not think that the episode was that great. I think that a lot of times the fact that it was off the air for so long that it makes it inflate. You know, that it makes you think that it was better than it actually was. You know what I mean? But that is I don't think it was that great. We got a super chat right here. Let me get to the super chat right here, and this is from Child by Trivia, and that is my man 50 Grand Tarzan, and it says Nashville bound. The first round is on me. No doubt, Tarzan. You got the first round. I'll have the second and the third.
Super chat.
You know what I mean? I had the second and the third round, Tarzan. You know how we do, Tarzan. Like when it comes down to the kind of thrones, I'll say like last year, the kind of thrones and everything else. The person I hung out with, the people I do hang out with is Tarzan. I hang out with Tarzan more than I hang out with anyone. That's my man, 50 Grand. You know what I mean? And me and Tarzan, we thick as thieves down there, man. You know what I mean? We always rolling together. So that's my man right there. Thanks a lot, Tarzan. Truly do appreciate that, brother. I can't wait to get down to a kind of thrones and stuff and get on these panels and rep it and get this drink on. You know what I mean? Get that drink on and get this going down, man. And that's what I'm talking about, baby. Says thank you, and definitely subscribe to Trial by Trivia channel if y'all haven't already, because this man makes a lot of great questions, a lot of great things, and I'm going to be on his Trial by Trivia panel down at the con this year. I'm going to help him host it. So definitely, if you can't get to Nashville, can't get the Con of Thrones, definitely do it. Use the code Teflon and you will save 5 on it. You know what I mean? For you to get down there, I hope to see you there. We have another super chat here from Gambino Capo. Says, appreciate the streams in reference to the Valancourt. Do you think Maggie the Frog's prophecy is void because Cersei had 4 kids? Most people disagree the 4th kid, even though her and Robert talked about it. So what do you think, Mo? Do you think that we will still see the Maggie the Frog prophecy dealing with Cersei Lannister?
First, I gotta say, super chat. What's the question again?
Are we going to see the Maggie the Frog prophecy when dealing with Cersei Lannister? Will she be choked out by the Valancourt like Maggie the Frog predicted?
Most indubitably. That's definitely happening. It's definitely happening. They kept Brienne silent last episode, but we're gonna see the spider's web work its way to killing Cersei real soon. I always said it was Brienne that was gonna be the Valancourt. You can go look up my video list and see the date on my video is from 3 years ago. I said it, and you're gonna see it this season. It's gonna be Brienne. First, they're gonna have Bronn come down to Winterfell to take care of his business. And then he's gonna be a double agent. He's gonna pretend like he's gonna go kill Tyrion and Jaime, but he ain't gonna do none of that shit. He's gonna link up with him, tell him all the strategy, tell him everything about Cersei's army, and somehow, some way, that's gonna help kill Cersei by Bronn being a double agent. Brienne's gonna be the one to do it. You heard it here first.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, I think what you're trying to say, my brother, and who last asked the question real quick, is that now there's a thing that Cersei has, Gendry is Robert and Cersei's child. I believe that is true, that Gendry is Robert and Cersei's child. So will that eliminate the Valancourt prophecy? I say no, because she was only talking about the sons that Cersei would have with Robert Baratheon. She was talking about that while he was king. Right there. She wasn't talking about the other kids. She was talking about the kids that would die. She said, these are the kids who are going to die. She didn't say anything about that one kid who's still alive. So I think that's the reason why the prophecy is still valid. When she was talking about the kids who will die, she talked about only the ones that are going to be killed. and Gendry is not going to be killed. He's going to survive the whole thing. So that's why I think the prophecy is valid. You know, I've always gotten behind Euron Greyjoy doing it in the books. I don't believe that Euron's going to do it in the show. I don't think he's a popular enough character to kill Lita Henny. So, you know, it does lean towards a Jamie Lannister, maybe Arya with Jamie Lannister's face does seem feasible to me. Bro, Mogini's theory, Brienne theme's really good too. I would rather, if I could pick anyone right now, I'd take Brienne, Mogini's theory all day, taking out Cersei. That would be great. No one else has said it, and I think that would be a really good ending. We got another super chat, Mo. What do we say when we get them super chats, baby?
Super chat!
And this is from Fernandez T. You guys think there's anything to Drogon killing Viserion like Khal Drogo killing Viserys? Maybe jealous for riding him or instead of Drogon. So you think that Drogon is going to kill the other dragon because Khal Drogo killed Viserys? So will Drogon kill Viserion? Viserion.
You mean Rhaegal?
No,
You mean the ice dragon?
The ice dragon, Viserion.
Yes, I could definitely see Drogon killing his brother. I mean, right now, I think that they're sad because their brother is dead. I don't think that the way that Dany said that they don't like it up north, that's why when Jon asked her what's wrong with him and she said they don't like it up north, I don't think that's it. I think it's because their brother died. There was a trio, you know what I mean? It was a trio, and now it's a double, you know what I mean? So they definitely have feelings. You definitely saw how Drogon looked at Dany and Jon when they were kissing. He's got a mind in there. He's not a dog. He's not just a regular animal. He's got feelings, all right? And he can see what's going on with Dany and Jon, and he can also feel when his brother died. I don't know if that was the youngest, but they were the twins. I'm pretty sure Drogon was the biggest, and Rhaegal and Viserion were the twins, and they're sad because he died. So when they meet up again, Drogon is gonna have to kill him, I think. And it's just going to be another sad moment, but it's got to be done. Because who else can kill a dragon but another dragon? A human's not going to kill a dragon. We saw what happened when Bronn had that big-ass crossbow and tried to hit Drogon. That shit barely did a dent to him. There's no human weapon possible that can kill him. It's got to be another dragon.
Yeah, I think there's definitely got to be another dragon. Probably be a double team effort of the dragons. Maybe Drogon will get the final blow, bite his neck right off. That's what I'd like to see. If you're gonna do something, you know, Drogon needs to put his jaws right around his neck and bite that dude's neck right off and bite his head off. So I do believe that there's a good possibility of that happening without a shadow of a doubt. Another super chat from Jeff Thomas. Mo,
super chat.
Do you think the way that Dany versus do you think the way Dany versus the way Jon was portrayed in episode 1 proves Sam is writing the story? So do you think that Sam at the end of this whole thing will be writing the story like he will be George R. Martin? Is that what's going to happen?
Say that again?
The way in the end of this whole thing, do you think that it'll be Sam writing this story and calling it A Song of Ice and Fire?
Most deaf. At first, see, I kind of want to say yes, but then I want to say no. I'm half and half on this one because he's not in the Citadel anymore, guys. He bounced up out of there. So is he going to really write a book? Like, is he going to be a bard and singing stories, you know, outside, just telling people what happened? I mean, if he was still in the Citadel, I would say yes. He would be the maester that writes this story. Could he become the Maester of Winterfell? I don't know. I think that dude from the Dreadfort is already the Maester. The Bolton's Maester is the new Maester at Winterfell. So is he gonna be the one that writes the story? I don't know. I always thought if he stayed at the Citadel he would. But now I don't think so.
You know, I just think that to me, if he does do it, it's kind of corny. It definitely, you know, but I do see that it's a possibility to happen. I think he could be the next Grand Maester. of King's Landing, of Sansa Stark when she rules and stuff. See, he could be that. So if he does become the next Grand Maester, I could see him writing a story if they're gonna have somebody write the story. I think there's, that may have to happen and writing in the book. Someone may have to fill out the book for Jaime Lannister and give him a page. I think they brought that up for too many times for not to pay that off. So it's quite possible that it could happen, but if it does happen, I think it's kind of corny myself. But we shall see if they do give Sam that role and everything else. But as I said, it's possible for that definitely to happen. But I don't know. I don't know. It does seem like it's a good possibility of that happening, and it gives Sam something to do when this is all said and done. Because I don't think he's just going to go back and be the lord of his place and take care of it and stuff like that. I still think he's a servant, and I think he's going to serve when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? So that was just, what up? We got George K up in the building. We got Tone Capone saying, love your piece on the Nice King. Thank you, my man. That was my nickname, Tone Capone, when I lived in the Bronx for a year on 167 Jerome McCullen, 6 blocks away from Yankee Stadium. That's what everybody called me out there, was Big Tone Capone. So what up, my man? Glad to see you. Thank you for the love for the video and everything else like that. You know what I mean? People try, whoever put that stuff up in there, you know what I mean? Just get them.
We got almost 300 people and only 125 likes. Slam that like button, folks. Slam that like button.
I'm gonna try to do something. I don't know what this is and why this is popping up over here like this, but
smash the hell out that like button.
Hold on 1 second. Something's wrong here. Something's wrong. Let me. I'm on 2 different screens here. All right, you got to come on. I don't know why they hang out with put them over here on this side. Cause the wrong one. All right. Yeah, you're on the wrong one, Ron. Come on the other one. All right, cool. That is what it is. All right, so yeah, our first guest is about to arrive and stuff like that. He can't put the wrong one real quick, but he'll be back. Yeah, definitely smash that like button, man. We got.
Man, give this man John Martinez a shout out. The man been calling for a shout out for a minute now.
Go ahead, shout him out.
Hey, John Martinez, man. This for your girl if she don't believe you, man. You got shouted out by Mo Genie and Tef Guini.
No doubt, John Martinez. I got to pull up the my another Google thing so I can take a look at the chat, because that thing just took me off and shit. So it'll take me a second before I can pull that back up. So yeah, shout out to you, baby. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming out here and watching the Don Tony Teflon Mo Genie Linguini hold this down like we always do. But pull this up again real quick.
Smash that like button, folks. We almost at 200. Just smash it one time for your boy.
That is it. Let me put this here. I'm going to pause it. All right, there we go. I'm back up in it again. There we go. Now I can see the
chat. And I know y'all want to hear me say super chat again.
Of course they do. Of course they do. We consume when we got our first guest. We're gonna start talking about episode 2. So if anyone else got any questions about episode 1, you need to get that in there right now, so that we can. Am I frozen or something?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Nah, you're good.
All right, because it looks like I'm frozen in my picture and stuff like that. Hopefully I'm not.
It's probably just lag.
Huh?
It's probably just a little lag.
As long as I ain't frozen or nothing like that, and that's what it is and stuff like that. That's what it is. Yeah, definitely smash that like button and everything else and all that good thing like that. You know what I mean? And we all want to keep it moving and stuff like that. So we gonna have to start. We have to get a little bit onto this second episode coming up right now that we've seen. It's coming up on the wrong thing for this dude for some reason. I don't know why it's popping up like that. I have no idea why it's not coming up on this thing. It's coming up on something else. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. We have to get into the second episode though. We got to start. We got.
Yeah. What's the next thing?
All right. So episode 2. We got coming on here real quick. All right. We got before we get into episode 2, we got super chat right here, Mo.
Super chat.
George K. He says, "Do you think Melisandre shows up in tonight's episode? What are you thinking? Melisandre showing up in tonight's episode?"
Yes, I do. It's Melisandre's time. I haven't watched the trailer for the episode. I haven't done none of that because I don't like spoiling myself, even with trailers. I like to see everything fresh. Okay, so this is just coming from me. I believe Melisandre is showing her face today, and shit's about to get dizzy. I feel like Danny's gonna be like, "Who's this red-haired woman?" You know what I mean? And John's going to have to explain that this broad's the one that brought me back to life. And then it's just going to get crazy because really, what is going to happen when Melisandre shows up? Is she going to be creeping around Winterfell? You know what I mean? Varys is there. Varys don't like her ass. You know? I mean, Sansa, I don't even know if Sansa's met her yet. So where the hell is Melisandre right now? I
Yeah,
guarantee you, I guarantee you at one point this season, she will turn into an old woman and disguise herself and trick somebody in the show. You heard it here first from Mo Genie, baby.
yeah. If she does come back, she's coming back as an old woman in disguise first because she's got too much. People want to kill her too bad, so there'll be no other reason for her ways that she can come back. But I don't see her coming back in this episode whatsoever. I think she'll come back during the Battle of Winterfell to try to save the day to help people escape. Or maybe or in the final battle after this Battle of Winterfell takes place in episode 3, she'll be back. I think it'll be a situation like that. But I don't see her coming back this early. It really doesn't serve a purpose for her to come back this early. I think because she says she's going off to get help. She's told Jon Snow that she can help. I think the help that she brings is the fiery hand, and I don't think they'll show the fiery hand right now. I think it'll be a situation where it's later on. So Mo Genie, this upcoming episode, we didn't watch the thing, but it's basically Jaime Lannister is basically getting put on trial. That's what we've seen. Daenerys and Sansa and all of them have Jaime Lannister and they're putting him on trial for all of his stuff, the crimes that he's committed, and especially for killing the Mad King. So, how do you think that this is going to play out in this upcoming episode with Jaime Lannister getting put on trial?
It's obvious. Danny's gonna want to kill him. Probably Davos probably want to kill him because of crimes committed. He made an oath to protect his king, and he didn't. He killed his king. I don't. Brienne will have her googly eyes the whole episode. She won't be allowed to talk because she has no business being at the power table. But she will have. We will have camera shots of Brienne having googly eyes, ladies and gentlemen. That will happen.
Yeah,
and then. We're gonna see Tyrion come to his aid, and then we're gonna see Sansa. Even Sansa might come to his aid because of certain things that happened in King's Landing. And then John's gonna put his foot down and pardon him, but he won't straight pardon him. He'll already see that Bolton took his hand. He's going to say that you killed my brother, Robb Stark. And then Jaime will say it was a war. We were in the war. We were in war. So what could I do? You're going to blame me for being in a war and killing somebody? Either way, Jaime's not getting hugely punished. He'll probably lose an eye or something, or just something so John makes himself feel like he did something to punish him.
I think he's got to get got here, man. You know what I mean? I think he's got to get got here. I think he's in big trouble, Jaime Lannister. There's no other way to say it because this man has definitely got too much blood on his goddamn hands. to do anything. He not only did he push Bran out the window, he's got to have to deal with that situation. He killed the Mad King. He's got to deal with that situation. I think this could be the uniting factor between Sansa and Daenerys, because you've seen that Sansa and Daenerys, she was throwing shade at Daenerys the whole time. You know what I mean? And everything. Sansa was definitely inserting her will on Daenerys, letting her know, you know, this is my home, even though you're the queen. This is still my home, and I'm still the lord of this place, and all these people here are loyal to me over you, even though you are the supposed queen. You know, so I think he could be a uniting factor behind it all when it's all said and done. The hatred for Jaime Lannister, Tyrion defending his brother, I think is a given. But I think Jaime Lannister's in a heap of trouble. And you know, the bottom line, people, is that if you are a fan of Teflon TV, this should not be new to you, because I predicted that this would happen in a video over a year ago. I said that when Jaime Lannister hits Winterfell, there would be a trial for him. And the video is called Trial at Winterfell. So if you don't believe me, and you could definitely check that out and see what's good with that. You know what I mean? Because that is what it is, and that is what I told you would be, and that is what's going on.
A couple people in the chat said Bran will be the one to squash everything and lay down the truth about Jaime Lannister killing the Mad King, saying that the Mad King was going to burn down all of King's Landing, and Jaime Lannister put a sword in his back to save the realm. Yeah, and that'll be the way it gets squashed.
I think that's hogwash, the way he killed him. We'll get that in 1 second. We got our first guest joining us right now. It's a person that is down with me. He is down with the Black People Talk Game of Thrones podcast. My man from Philly. He came back in Philadelphia, and the playoffs started coming back, and now he's back, right? And that's my brother, man, right here. Flying Speaks. What's good, baby?
Hey, what's good, man? I'm upset, man. My camera, like my phone ain't working because my phone got the good camera. I got the Sixers hat on, and I wanted to show the camera today, man. But it's good, man. Whatever. I'm ready to go. Eagles,
Yeah, I feel you, man. It's all good. It's all good. And please super chat. Please, to my mods out there, can you please put a link to his channel in there so people who don't know him could definitely subscribe to his channel. Give this brother some love. I would like to ask you, what was your rating for episode 1 before we get into episode 2?
My knee-jerk rating that I gave initially, and people see that on my channel, was about a 7. You know what I mean? Because I think they covered pretty much all the bases of everything, all the storylines for the most part. But I don't know. There's a couple of things that disappointed me there. That's why I didn't give it like a 9 or a 10. You know what I mean?
It was episode 1, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that was my knee-jerk reaction. But then after I watched it a few times, I said it was pretty good. You know what I mean? Then I gave it 8.5, solid 8.5.
I gave it a 4, son. So
I gave it an 8. I'm close with you. I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 4. You know what I mean? To me, so that's what it is, baby. You know what I mean? To me, it was just a 40-degree day. You know what I mean? That's what the episode felt like.
Yeah, man, because you never pleased, Teflon. They could give us a fireworks show of dragons and magic, and you still wouldn't be satisfied.
I rate the Battle of Blackwater at the perfect 10. So if you give me an episode that's great, that's great. I said
they can't do an episode like that every episode.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when I'm coming off a 2-year layoff, you got to give me more than a cracker. Y'all just starved me, and y'all thought it was a Ritz, but it was just a plain old saltine cracker to me. And that's the way I look at it. And that's the way I'm going to take it. All right, Flan, let me ask you this. What was your favorite part of that episode? That we're going to get into episode 2 with you.
My favorite part of the episode was when my girl Gendry handed my girl Arya handed my man Gendry that little phallic symbol on that paper. Let him know what's going to happen in the future.
It was a spear. It was a spear. We should ask people what y'all think that weapon is.
No, I'm just messing with you, man. But no, Arya is my favorite character, so usually it's like one of her scenes, but she ain't really get too much in. I would say the best scene probably for me was, man, I guess the last scene when he had Edna Umber up there, and then Barrick had to put that sword up in him. I think that shocked me the most. Like, I didn't expect that one. That caught me like, oh, you know what I mean? So I would say I give it that one.
Yeah, I told people, I told y'all, I did a video called What's Chasing Arya Stark in the Crypts of Winterfell. And I told you, I said, what they try to do when they want to scare you, if you watch that video, I said, when they're trying to scare you, they always kill a child to turn a child into a White Walker. It's exactly what I said in that video, and that's exactly what they do. It's never going to scare you with an adult. It's the child. And that's why I think...
And that Joe was shrieking. That Joe was screaming.
That's why I think Lady Mormont and Rickon is going to be chasing Arya in the Crypts of Winterfell when it's all said and done. But we're going to go into this thing right now. Everyone talking about crackers. I ain't saying I don't like crackers. I do like crackers. I like to put peanut butter on them too. But I'm saying when I'm 2 years, you got to give a brother a little bit more than that. That's what I'm saying. I mean more than that. I expect a death, not just any death. I want a major death every goddamn episode. That's the bottom line. I want someone to fall.
I think I saw $1.99 super chat, but it didn't have any questions on it.
Well, thank you for the super chat. As before, I had to pull up my chat again because of the whole situation, trying to get it messed up, so I missed that. But thank you, whoever sent that super chat. Really do appreciate that. So, let me ask you this, man. Jaime Lannister's trial. How do you think this is gonna? Is this gonna take up the whole goddamn episode? Because that's basically all they show for the preview. Ain't so really anything in King's Landing. Is this enough to take up the whole episode? And if it did, would you be happy with it?
It won't. It's just gonna be an opening act. It's gonna be about 10 minutes long. It ain't gonna be about nothing. Whenever they put those things in those trailers like that to get you all hyped, thinking something's gonna go down, it's usually just never going to go down like that. I think they're going to have Daenerys looking like real crazy because that's part of her arc this season. They're going to make her look real crazy in the beginning. So they're going to make it look like she coming at him real crazy, as if she ain't just see this ball at the dragon pit with an armistice, as if she ain't expect him already to come with soldiers. But whatever. She's going to be asking him all these crazy questions. They're going to make Sansa talk real slick to her, make it look like Sansa showed her up a little bit. That's going to increase their little drama. But then some people gonna step up for him. Lady Brienne gonna step up and say, Jaime Lannister is a good man, blah blah blah. They're gonna have Bran act like he forgave him for what happened and all that. And Jaime gonna be saved for one more episode. He ain't gonna last long, but he ain't gonna die today.
See, the thing is, John's gonna pardon him off of Bran's words, right? But he damn sure ain't gonna pardon him for pushing him off that tower.
I don't think that's gonna come up.
That's gonna be another thing. But then maybe Bran will say, if I didn't get pushed out of that tower, I never would have became the three-eyed raven.
Yeah, it's gonna be something corny like that. Something corny like that gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's gotta come up. There's no way they can't not mention him pushing him out the window.
There's no way.
Bran is high off of that weirwood special. Like this dude, ever since he started smoking that weirwood tree stuff, whatever, he's just on some other stuff. He might really act like he just doesn't have anything against him. Like he sees the purpose for everything. That's what I think they're gonna do. But I mean, if it do come up, it'll be for the purpose of tension. Hey, they might do that. I don't know. But I just don't see nothing happening to him today. Whatever.
Has anybody wondered how the fuck Dolores, Ed, and Tormund and Beric Dondarrion made it to Winterfell before the Night's King?
That's what they said. They're gonna jump on them horses and they're gonna be fast. That's what they tried to say in the episode. We'll make it before them if we have horses. You know what I mean? This
is my prediction. This is how Tormund and Dolores, Ed, and Beric got the fucking Winterfell before the Night's King when they was all the way at the last hearth. Today, we gonna get a raven from the Glovers or some shit saying that the Night's King just hit their ass at the Glover spot.
Yeah.
That's why Sansa got that note that the Glovers ain't joining unless it's the King of the North.
Glover is gonna be the major death. He's done. That dude is done.
His castle is on the way to Winterfell. The Night's King gotta stop by that joint.
Well, if you see his castle in the opening credits, then you know he's done. But the bottom line is, I can't see him doing anything else but dying. He's already dissed the Starks before. So anyone who's dissed the Starks before, they got to catch a reckoning. You know what I mean? So I think he's definitely going to go out like that, But we got a question here. Imaginary Realm says, do you think the trial will include a flashback? I mean, listen, I think they have a lot of time to do a lot of stuff, especially flashbacks in this episode, because I don't know what else they're going to show. I don't know what they're going to show in King's Landing, what they could show in King's Landing. That would be interesting. I don't see it there. So do you think that, obviously we're going to start with you as our guest, do you think that we're going to see a flashback this episode, maybe of the Mad King, maybe proving Jaime Lannister that the king was going to kill everyone or something like that? We're going to see something like that.
I would love to. I would love to. I don't think so, though. I'm thinking it's 58 minutes, about the same as last one. I would love to, man, but I don't think so.
What are you thinking, Mo? Flashback?
Are we gonna get a flashback today?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna catch Bran at the weirwood tree at Winterfell, thinking over some things. Either to see how close the Night's King is, if he's already got the Glovers and massacred the Glovers, or we're gonna see him, watching something that's important to the story. Something. I feel like we're gonna get a flashback.
I think it's. Go ahead, Ed.
The only flashback I could see is if Jaime's stuck and then Bran go and they do the whole Jonah. They meant to show in episode 1 that they never showed, maybe with Brandon tied up. Brandon Stark, the older one. Ned's older brother. See him getting tied up, trying to save the father and all that. Maybe that's the only thing I can imagine. But I think the story's been told so many times. It really is no real purpose for Bran to go back. That's why I would think probably not.
I think that if they're gonna do a flashback at some point, we got to get Rhaegar and Robert on the Trident. I think that would be the flashback that we get. I would love to get a Harrenhal flashback. I don't know if we're gonna get a Harrenhal flashback.
I don't know if we got time for all that.
We got plenty of time in this episode, because what else are they gonna do? What else are they gonna do this episode? The episode is definitely going to end with the White Walkers approaching Winterfell. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
And I think that most likely will interrupt the trial, and that's why the trial will end. But before that, this is only thing they showed is the trial. So what else could they do at Winterfell if not that trial? So they got to spill that time somehow. So I think this would be the perfect opportunity for us to get a flashback. And I hope that they do it. As for the Glovers, if they do kill the Glovers, I hope they show them kill the Glovers. I don't want this goddamn Star Wars Darth Vader killing the kids and they don't show him kill the kids type shit that they're doing. I want to see the Night's King go in there and personally butcher these people. I want it to be like the end of Rogue One. I want him to be like Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One, like when he's going through there and wiping the floor with everybody. I want to see the Night King in full action. We have not seen this man in full action at all. We haven't seen him.
I mean, we've seen him.
We haven't seen this guy.
We've seen him throw a precision spear at a dragon. That Joe was precise. It was precision.
That reminded me of goddamn Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds throwing the jack. You know what I mean?
I think this episode, honestly, it's probably not going to be a lot of that. I think they still continuing that little Winterfell drama. They want the Sansa Daenerys thing, them arguing. And I think it's going to be about Jon telling Daenerys that who he is. He probably ain't gonna want to tell her. She gonna want to touch him, be all intimate, and he gonna have to tell her. I think this episode gonna be a bunch of that crap. And they say,
I mean, Targaryens have been vetting brother and sister for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Aunt and nephews, nothing.
Yeah, at the end of the season, though, that might happen, but it's gonna be a problem in the beginning because Jon is like he hasn't embraced it fully yet. But I think in the end, yeah, they gonna get past it. But
hey, can y'all smash that like button? We at 300 plus. We gotta get some more. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that do you think that Danny is gonna believe it right off the bat when that happens? You think Danny's going to believe that Jon is a Targaryen when he tells her?
I do because in this show, the way they put it, they make it seem like only Targaryens fly dragons, right? I think she got to have some suspicions already. Like, there's something about this guy. I don't know exactly what it is. Why Drogon was nice to him? Why Rhaegar, would buddy up to him? Whereas they let nobody else do that. I think she has some suspicions, and that would just confirm it. So I think she would believe it.
All right. Mo, what do you think? You think she's gonna believe it when John tells her?
No, she will not believe it. She's going to need proof, and that proof is going to be Sam's Maester letter. She ain't going to believe the old gods. She ain't going to believe Bran, who's using the old gods' power. She needs fact on paper, and it's going to be Sam's letter from the Citadel.
All right, we got a super chat, Mo.
Super chat
from Linda P. She said, saw your video, Blood Raven as a Night's King. Thank you very much for watching it. If Varys turns out to be a Blackfire, do you think we could finally hear the voice from the flames he heard, and it turns out to be a very distant voice of Blood Raven? So I'll answer this real quick, and y'all can answer. Yes, that voice from the flames that Varys heard was no doubt that was Blood Raven, without a doubt in that. What do you think, guys? Do you think that it's possible if Varys turns out to be a Blackfire? Do you think Varys is a Blackfire? Y'all read the books, right? Do you think Varys is a Blackfire?
I believe in the books he's a Blackfire. I don't believe that he's going to do Blackfire stuff. I think in the show, what Varys is going to be caught doing is they're going to find out he done told the boy Qyburn to have Bronn go try to kill Tyrion and Jamie in order to cause more drama. That's what I think is going to be found out. But in the books, absolutely, he's a Blackfire. He's part of the Blackfire plot with the fake Aegon and all that. And that what's the other thing? And Blood Raven likely was the voice.
All right, Mo, what do you think about Varys?
Yeah, he's a Blackfire. He's a Blackfire. It's too late to do it in the show. In the books, it's 100%. But then now that we got the Golden Company and we got Harry Strickland looking like a fake me out Jamie Lannister, I think that maybe Varys might get in a little piece of that Harry Stricklandness, man. I mean, somebody's got to betray Dany. And the two main candidates are Tyrion and Varys. So what if Varys is actually on Cersei's squad from the whole time, from the beginning, and he's with the Golden Company? You heard it here first.
No doubt, no doubt. We got another super chat, Mo.
Super chat.
Mo Castillo says 100% Teflon. We need to see the Night King warm up before Winterfell next week. Happy Game of Thrones Sunday, people. That's what it is. Do we have another super chat, Mo?
Super chat.
This is from Gambino Capo. It says, when Jamie says why he killed the Mad King, do you think Bran will shed some light on exactly? He kept saying burn them all for the citizens or for the White Walkers. Are we going to see the reason? Are we going to get a flashback of the Mad King saying burn them all? And if we do y'all think he was talking about the citizens, or do you think he was talking about the White Walkers? What do you think, F?
Absolutely. I believe that will happen, but that's going to be like later episodes. That will happen. And yes, I believe that because Jamie kept saying that all day. He was saying it, burn them all. He said he'd been repeating that same phrase all day. So that indicates it did not start immediately with like the sack of King's Landing by the Lannisters and all that. It was something that was just on his head. And the only other thing that can remind us that is hold the door, to hold on. So yes, I absolutely believe that.
What are you thinking, Mo?
What is the question again?
Question is, do you think that we're going to see a flashback? Bran will go back into time and take a look and see the Mad King and see why the Mad King was saying burn them all.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's going to be one of the things that Bran brings up at Jamie's trial. He's going to, while all of them are fighting over should they kill Jamie or not, you're just going to see Bran's eyes roll back. And Bran's going to go right back to the day that Jamie became the Kingslayer, and you're going to find, and Bran's going to look at the whole scene. He's going to see, he might even see, just like my man pointed out, he might even see his great-grandfather and his grandfather, or his grandfather and his uncle get burned alive by the Mad King. And Jamie was there to witness it, and Jamie didn't do a goddamn thing about it. So Bran might bring that up to him. And then on top of that, Bran is also gonna see the Mad King saying burn them all, and then Jamie kill him. So there's gonna be a couple things Bran can flash back to.
All right, we got super chat right here, Mo Jenny.
Super
My man
chat.
Quentin Gilliam, he says the show Glovers are some BANs. Do you think the books will be similar? I don't know if everybody get that, but you know, we get it. Definitely we get it.
They some bitches.
Yeah. So do you think that that they're going to show the same exact thing? I you know, as I said, I got no love for the Glovers. I want to see the Night King wipe the floor with them. But I think we really need to see the Night King in action. We need to see him throwing down, and I hope that they eventually do it. I never liked it when they did the battles, like they did the Battle Whispering Woods and all that stuff, where it just showed the King of the North, and then they showed the aftermath of the battle. I don't like that. I want to see the battle. They have the goddamn budget. You know, they ain't got the damn elephants. They need to put the budget to work. So I hope they show these people getting got. And that's the bottom line. They need to get got, and that's it. So I need to see the Night King in action. I need to see that sword he has and see how much damage it can do. I want to see that sword just chop through someone's armor like the Hound does, just cut him right in half.
Yep.
We got another super chat from Drinks and Know Things.
Super chat.
Will Daenerys and Bran chat about things that she saw in the House of Undying? What do you think, Falon? Do you think that the Daenerys is will talk to Bran about the things she saw in the House of Undying?
Nope.
That's quick and easy. What do you think, Mo? You think that her and Bran gonna chat about the stuff she saw in the House of Undying?
If we had more than 6 episodes, yeah. If we had like a 10 episode swing, yeah, I could see Danny going over to Bran and being like, oh, so you can see into the future and in the past? You're a time traveler? Can you tell me what this meant? I was in the House of the Undying and yada, 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 yada. And then Bran could watch that shit. But with 6 episodes, sorry, folks. We ain't got enough time for that.
Yeah, you know, what about Howland Reed? Do you think we're gonna see Howland Reed? I mean, if there's a time for Howland Reed to make a comeback, I think this would be the time. Do we get Howland Reed or do we not get Howland Reed this season?
Yeah, that right there is something. I was just looking that up this morning. I was looking to see the actress who played Mira, if she's going to show up, and then to see if there's another name of a guy there. And from what I understand, Mira not even going to show up. So if Mira not going to show up, then I'm thinking there's no way Howland shows up. You know, we're not sure, but it doesn't look like it. Which would be very disappointing because I think that would be the best way to confirm everything to John. Like he was there, an honorable man who was there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Mo? You think we getting Howland Reed?
Howland Reed has to show up. I feel like that's like the trifecta. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the Sam's Maester letter, there's Bran that can see into the past, and then there's Howland Reed, and that's the trifecta that confirms everything that anybody who doesn't want to believe that John is who John is. He's part of the trifecta. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Howland Reed has got to show his face at some point. He's got to be like a stranger in the night. The way Jamie creeped into Winterfell, that's exactly how Howland Reed's got to be. He's got to be a stranger in the night.
See, real quick, I don't think it's going to be that difficult for people to believe it because everybody kind of know about the Rhaegar and Lyanna situation in some way. I mean, they got the story twisted. They think is a rape thing, but everybody kind of know these two were together in some way. So I don't think it would be that hard, you know. I think it's easier to believe that than to believe like Ned, you know, forsake his honor and slept with somebody, you know. But we'll see.
No doubt. We got another super chat, Mo.
Super chat.
Thank you so much, Linda. Linda, you blessing us, man. You're about to make me blush up in here, and it's hard to make a black man blush, let me tell you. And we're about to get to it. And she asks, do you think the Night King can be killed with his own white ice sword? What do you think about that? Can the Night King own weapon be turned against him and take him out? What are you thinking about that?
Nah, I mean, it may be, but I think they're going to go with something more sophisticated than that. I mean, nah, it can't be that simple.
All right. What are you thinking, Mo? You think that Night King's own weapon can be turned against him?
No, it's gonna be Heart's Bane. We saw Jorah Mormont in one of the trailers or whatever pull out a sword out of its sheath. That to me says that Sam Tarly gave his ancestral sword to Jorah Mormont, since Jon has the Mormont's ancestral sword. Sam ain't no fighter. So Sam and that was the whole point of Jorah getting grayscale. It was a plot point that Sam and Jorah could get to be friendly and that Sam could pass him the sword. And that sword is going to be the one that kills the Night King. Unless Dawn of the Morning is in the Crypts of Winterfell, which I'm still holding on to, but more than likely it's gonna be Heart's Bane. Just listen to the name.
I agree 100% that it'll be Heart's Bane that takes out the Night's King, because I think that will be the sword that Jon has to use to stab Daenerys with to create Lightbringer. It's a really good thought that using his own sword against him would do it. I do think that when Jon's going to blow up, Longclaw's going to shatter when it hits that sword. I think they're going to clash swords, and I think Longclaw is going to break, and I think that's going to cause its heart brain when it's all sudden. When it's all sudden.
Oh yeah, with Brand.
But we got another super chat here, Mo Genie.
Super chat.
My name is pronounced Artea. All right, Artea. This is from Artea. Would the Starks in the Crypts attack the living Starks and not fight with them?
First of all, thank y'all so much for the super chats. I'm loving singing this ish. Y'all are the best.
No doubt about it. So do you think that the Starks in the Crypts of Winterfell, if brought back to life, would they fight with the Starks or would they fight against the Starks if that's going to happen? What do you think, Falon?
If they are raised, they're going to definitely fight against the Starks. There's really no reason to raise them, especially if the Night King raised them. Now, if you're talking about like someone with a fiery hand or like Kimbara or Melisandre came and was able to raise them, then I'd say they fight with the Starks. But if the Night King does it, then they're going to fight against the Starks.
Yeah, what are you thinking about that, Mo?
Okay, the Starks in the Crypts of Winterfell have swords on top of their crypts to keep them from ever waking up. You understand? There's magic in the crypts, and the swords are rusted at this point. So I don't think that magic is going to work. It was working 1,000 years ago, but now those swords are rusted. So yes, those dead Starks, Bran the Builder, Torrhen that bent the knee Stark, and all them other Starks, even Robb Stark, Ned Stark, all them Starks, Lyanna Stark, all the Starks that ever were buried in the Crypts of Winterfell, yes, they can rise, and no, they will not side with the living. They will side with the Night's King, because that's the old gods. And the Night's King is the old gods. He's part of the old gods. You know what I mean? So they're going to all wake up and join him. They're going to have blue eyes. And that's what I think Arya is running from. That's what I think Arya is running from. I think she's running from one of the dead Starks.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. I think if they do get raised, obviously they will be against the Starks. Anything raised as Walking the Living Dead, I don't see we're going to see two dead armies fighting against each other. I think if they are raised, that they are going to be raised to fight against the Starks. We have another super chat, Mo Genie.
Super chat.
It This is from Danielle. Says, why has no one thought about making some wildfire in Winterfell? What's good with that? You think that people should have been?
Well,
fighting against them, and we have now I forgot to tell you. I tell you, I forgot how to pronounce your name. You have to put it in there every time. She asked that. She says that wasn't her question. The question was, would they fight if they are family? Would they fight if they are family? I don't think. I think the same thing applies. I think that if they are resurrected, regardless of the fact they're family or not, the Starks would kill them and they would fight against the Starks. Anyone being raised, anything undead, I don't think it's going to be a Lord of the Rings situation where you have these spirits that fight on the side of the good. I don't think we're going to see that whatsoever. Anything that's raised of the dead, unless it's Jon Snow, which was raised from the dead, it is going to be a bad guy. So going back to the other question, what do y'all think about that?
Again, I'm sorry, I missed it because of the I forgot what the question was.
Oh man, the question ain't here no more, man. What was the question?
If anybody that gets raised, would they fight them? Right?
No, there's another question besides that. There was another one. Let me find it real quick and go back up. It was, why has no one thought about making some wildfire in Winterfell?
Well, because it's a skill that is by a particular lodge, pyromancers, and perhaps
only the alchemists know how to make wildfire. It's a 1,000-year-old recipe.
Right, the alchemist guild. So, and no one in Winterfell, as far as we know, knows how to do it. So that would be, I think, the answer.
You think that maybe Bran Stark can go back and look and find out this recipe and making this, and maybe do you think that wildfire can kill the White Walkers? We've seen them walk through regular fire, but would they be able to walk through wildfire?
That jump blew up a whole building. That jump blew up the Scepter Baylor. That jump can kill a dragon.
I look at it like it'd kill the whites for sure. The White Walkers, I don't know. You know what I mean?
The white, we know we kill the whites. We can kill the whites.
Yeah, I don't know
with regular fire. But what about the White Walkers themselves? Can they be killed by wildfire?
I don't know. I don't see any evidence that suggests that it would.
If you make a Molotov cocktail and throw it at one of them motherfuckers, yeah, I think they're burning to death. Yeah.
We got another super chat, Mo.
Super chat.
And that's from Taya again, and she says, "You guys are the best Philly all day, baby."
Yes, sir. Yes,
Philly
sir.
all day, baby. What's good?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No doubt about it. We definitely, yeah. I think that in the books, when Beric lights his sword on fire, it's wildfire that he uses, right? But in the show, they make him like use his blood. So I think wildfire can kill a White Walker. I think that wildfire is hot enough to kill the White Walkers. I think they should have some wildfire. I think that's why it's stashed in King's Landing. I think that's why it's underneath the whole thing. It still's got to come into play. I think the Night's King and his army is going to make it to King's Landing, and I think that the wildfire is going to blow up the whole situation down there. And I think that's going to be a major factor of stopping a lot of the Night's King army is going to be the wildfire in King's Landing.
I agree. As far as King's Landing will be wildfire, no doubt.
He's got the hat showing now.
Yeah.
You see what happens when you win a couple of games, man? You gotta put your hat up on the stuff, man. You're gonna make it to the second round. We see what happens in the second round. We see what happens when you get there. Without a doubt, right there. All right, we're gonna go to a next.
I'll bring you change.
Take your all the super chats. We'll be getting get a lot of all that, you know what I mean? But thank you so much. How could you be an Eagles, Steelers, or 49ers fan? You can't be a fan of all. You gotta pick. No way to be a fan of all things. We got Philly fans hard up in this chat. How many Philly fans are there in this goddamn? Jesus. Right. I didn't know Philly was that popular.
I need all y'all to subscribe too. Y'all from Philly. You should definitely be subscribing.
Definitely. Listen, you gotta rep your man from Philly. If he's from Philly, definitely support your homeboy. And definitely, Mo Genie, definitely subscribe to his channel. If you ain't subscribed to the Don Tony Teflon, subscribe to the Don Tony Teflon channel too.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Need some love and stuff like that. That's what it is all about and stuff. So we have. Oh, she said her parents are from Pittsburgh. All right, I guess that makes a little bit of sense. Their parents from Pittsburgh. Got some love for the Steelers there. You know what I mean? But we were gonna beat y'all when the Jets play them anyway. Anyway, besides that, besides that, going back around to the Game of Thrones situation and dealing with the trial of Jaime Lannister. Do you think that it's possible that Jaime Lannister asked for a trial by combat during this trial?
Ooh, I like that. I like that. But with one arm, I don't think so.
Well, he can get a champion, right? He ain't got to be the one fighting.
Who's gonna be his champion? Oh, Brienne.
Brienne's there, right?
Brienne. But who would Brienne fight that's gonna be on behalf of Jon Snow?
I would think it would have to be on behalf of Daenerys. I think Daenerys would have to bring that person in there. So,
and she would bring up a Dothraki screamer. No, she would bring up Grey Worm.
I would hate that, man. I would love the trial by combat, but damn, I wouldn't want to see Brienne and Grey Worm fight. That would just mess my whole. I mean, it would be great afterwards, but watching that would be tough. But
that would be an amazing plot. If they threw that out there, that would be fucking amazing.
Who do you root for, though? You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I'm going. I'm
rooting for Grey Worm because the man ain't got no penis, so the man's already got bad luck in life. You know what I'm saying?
He's what Missandei with no penis. Yeah, that shit could make you grow one if you got one, right? Shit, you know what I mean. So he ain't unlucky. You know what I mean? I know a lot of dudes that would cut off their penis to be with that chick. You know what I mean? So he ain't that unlucky. We got another super chat, Mo Genie.
Super chat.
This is from Miss Smith 2003. Says Tone Mo Genie guest. Thank y'all. That's Balon Speaks right there. That's that guest name. Please subscribe to his channel right now. He's holding it down. What's down? Tony Teflon, Mo Genie rocking in the house and stuff like that. That's how we get down here. But listen, I think the trial by combat is a possibility. You know what I mean? I really do. I think that, he's usually people have the right to accept that. Maybe Tyrion Lannister brings that to his attention, that, quite possibly he deserves a trial by combat. I think it would be versus Brienne. Brienne would defend him. I think if we even look at the books a little bit for Lady Stoneheart's situation, when Brienne is captured by Lady Stoneheart, it could be a situation like that where she's sent out to go get Brienne. Maybe they're bringing that aspect of it into this trial and using some of that, like what would happen to Jaime Lannister when he's captured by Lady Stoneheart with Brienne, and using that for this Winterfell trial. So I think that's quite possibly could be a trial by combat with Lady Stoneheart. So maybe they're going to do a trial by combat with Jaime Lannister here with Brienne defending it.
Wow, they do something.
Hey, all the new people that just joined the chat, make sure y'all smash that like button. Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, if they do something like that, I might have to get episode of 10. I ain't gonna lie. I just don't see it, but that would get a 10. No doubt. Trial by combat, you know what I mean? Brienne and somebody from Daenerys' side, that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Who would it be from Daenerys' side? I mean,
the only person is either gonna be that Dothraki dude that came up to her last episode and said the dragons are eating all the sheep, or Grey Worm. Those are the only two dudes that she's got that are like her head of command.
You got Jorah.
Jorah ain't doing nothing, man.
Jorah. Oh man, I don't want to see Jorah getting up in anything, man.
Jorah getting ass kicked. Brienne will kick Jorah's ass.
Yeah, Brienne would kick his ass, most definitely.
Kick his ass. She would whoop that old man's ass. But I mean, he was tough in the pits. I ain't gonna lie, the pits he was raw. He was like the Terminator in them pits.
No, I'm gonna tell you,
he seen Daenerys and he just turned red, and there was no stopping it. It didn't matter who was in front of him. That was like Mike Tyson in his prime at that particular time. The way he was going through dudes. He was, and you take this, and you take this, and you take this. I gotta impress this chick real quick. He was not. There was nothing stopping him. But I think it's a different time at Jorah going up against Brienne. I don't know if you got it.
But he he looks like he's about to get Heartsbane though. So I mean, the old man's got some truth to him.
She got a Valerian steel sword too. You know what I mean? So that ain't
We already know what Danny gonna do in a situation like that, man. She gonna go all full Mad King. My champion is Drogon. We already know that. So that's why I don't think we gonna see that.
Oh, if she did that, then if she said my champion's Drogon, then Jorah's done, then he's done. Jamie Lannister's done. And you gotta also understand, he just tried to kill her too. Now she probably didn't realize that was him on the battlefield charging her, but I'm sure this episode she's gonna realize that was him charging her and trying to kill her at that particular time. That's another strike against Jamie Lannister.
They can't really hold that against him, though. That's but you never know, man.
When you hate someone, you hold anything against them, right? You're gonna put it all on the line. Don't matter what they did, whether it was good or bad or indifferent. You're gonna give them. You're gonna do a shot to try to get them out of there. You know what I mean? You're gonna bring up whatever you could bring up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You bring up stuff. Yeah, she's willing to bring up the stuff on her father 10 years ago. She's gonna bring that up. That just happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could definitely go there. I would love to see trial by combat. I don't know if we're going to get a trial by combat, but I would love to see it. Now, do you think I made a video a long time ago? Y'all can check it out in the description if you want. I think I made this video 2 years ago, and the video is called Proof That Jamie Lannister is Going to Take the Black. That in the end, he's going to take the black. Now, do you think that's a possibility that while he's on trial, that instead of taking his sentence, he says, "I'll take the black," and that's how
the black of what? There is no black.
There is the black. There's still a Night's Watch. Ed's still there. This Night's Watch still exists.
Remember, John?
No. Only Ned exists. You can't have a Night's Watch with one person.
They got to reform the ranks. There would definitely, a lot of people think there will be no Night's Watch when this is all said and done. But this, to me, the fact that the White Walkers are real, to me, makes more, it's going to make people want to join the Night's Watch even more because they're going to know the threat is truly real. Before they thought they were just going up there for no reason, just fighting the wildlings. But now if they know that they really are White Walkers, I think that's going to make more people really want to go and enlist in the Night's Watch because they're going to be acting like they're serving the realm and serving a purpose. They're not just going to have a hole in the wall and leave it like that. And I don't think they're going to, after they kill the Night's King and all that, they're going to think all the White Walkers are gone forever. I think they're going to have to form a Night's Watch when this is all said.
Hey, AK says something good in the chat. She said, "We don't need to waste time on a trial by combat. We need as many able bodies as we can get right now," which is true.
The audience know that, but the characters are retarded. But it's possible they can have the Night's Watch and all that. It goes against my prediction. I got TV next week, so that's the only thing I would say. He's not taking the black.
Yeah, I feel you. You know what I mean? They definitely, but they milking these apps they're dragging stuff out, but they're going too fast. Like when you like certain things that they need to hurry up on. I mean, they don't. You know what I mean? The things that are like the Theon situation, that was really fast. The Theon saving Yara. They just flew to that situation. You know what I mean? They could have stayed that a little bit better. You know what I mean? But they chose to go through that fast. And this Jamie Lannister trial, I think it's going to take up the majority of the episode.
I hope not.
I hope not. I hope the fuck not.
What else are they gonna do?
That thing need to be 10 minutes.
What else are they gonna do? What are they gonna
all
do?
They need to do is call on Bran. Bran will solve it all, and then we move on to the next shit. We find out that the Glover's castle has been raided by the Night's King, and we got to prepare for the Night's King. He's on his way. Winterfell's next. And then they start preparing for the war, which is episode number 3.
Yeah, so I'm saying if they did the Glover's thing for 10 minutes, and then they did them preparing. They can't show preparing for 50 minutes. The preparing is going to be like a 5-minute thing. What else are they going to do this episode? There's nothing else going on over there in Winterfell right now. So I just don't see what else they would do if they don't stretch this trial out, which I think they're going to stretch out. That's what I'm hoping we get a flashback in it, because it's quite possible that's what's going to happen. I wish it was going to be a fast trial. I wish it was, but I don't see it. The way they had it in the preview and the way they set it up, like this is the big thing, and they kept showing Daenerys say, "Oh, me and my brother used to laugh about and plan what we do with the man who killed our father." I don't think that just doing that dramatic speech just for it to be a 5-minute situation. You know what I mean? I think they're going to drag it out, though it should be a 5-minute situation. I think they're going to really drag this whole trial out for a long time and try to leave you in suspense and stuff.
I think the trial will be 10, 15 minutes, and I think this episode is going to be a whole bunch of John Daenerys drama about him finding out who he is, telling her finding out. I think it's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff.
I think they're gonna show characters they didn't show last time. I think they're gonna bring up Melisandre and what she thinks of Jon Snow riding the dragons, if that's a sign. I think Theon's homecoming is gonna be shown. Theon's gonna be fighting alongside the Starks. I think that's what we're gonna get. And I think that possibly, you know, a new character or somebody we haven't seen in a while shows back up, you know, something like that.
All right. Now, I as always, I'm going to give you guys. I said it's time. We're going to play a little game here. Give y'all time a chance to win some prizes and stuff. And I said that this time I would give away. There's a few YouTubers out there that came out with a book, and I said that I would give away a couple of copies of this book. So that's what I'm going to give away, a couple of copies of this book. If you want to, if you want to have a copy of this book made by these YouTubers, you get a chance to win it. And so this is how the contest is going to go. I am going to put Teflon in the chat just like you see right now. When you see that, I even spell it right because I did it too quick, but let me do it again. There you go. When you see that Teflon pop up, any answer underneath that Teflon is going to be the correct answer. Anything above that, if you have it right, it's not going to count. So if you want,
we got a super chat.
Can you read it out? You see it up there?
What happened to these 90-minute episodes from Priscilla Wright?
Yeah, I think it's only going to be the battle episodes and the final episodes in 91. I don't think it's going to be these episodes right now. I think maybe get 2 of them, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the battle at Winterfell will be 90 minutes, and then probably the finale will be 90 minutes.
There it is. So you got a 1 in 400 chance right now to win this book from these YouTubers, and you can contact me on my email on Teflon TV Facebook page and tell me if you want the hard copy or you want the ebook copy. I don't even know how to get you that ebook copy. I don't know how that goes, but we'll figure that out and stuff like that. So we'll definitely get that out. Let me think of a question. Falon, do you have a question that you could ask these people about Game of Thrones off the top of your head?
Do I have a question? Oh man, I gotta think about it. I gotta think.
All right, you think about one. About Mojini, do you have a question? You could ask these people. Tarzan here. Tarzan could ask.
Do we or do we not see Melisandre this episode?
No, that's not a question like that. I need a question that they can answer.
Trivia.
That they can have. That
that they can answer right now?
Yes. It has to be a question they can answer right now.
Oh, okay.
Why do people put my name? Don't put my name in the chat. Doesn't mean anything. Well, I have to put my name in the chat.
What did Mira say to Bran when she last saw him?
I don't know that myself, man. Wait, let me think of something. Let me think of something right here. I don't know what that because
man, she said you died in that cave, Bran.
Did you? She said something else too, though, right? She said something else. You guys, let's just try to get something really fast right here. I do need you, Cheryl. Don't go away, please. Don't ever leave here. We definitely need you. Let me think of a question right here that we can ask you. I usually ask like a movie question or something like that. All right, here's a question right here, a movie question. All right, this has got nothing to do with Game of Thrones. It's one of my favorite movies right now of all time. All right, and I want you to answer this question right here. In the movie Tombstone, when Doc Holliday said, "I'll be your," what was the word he said right after that?
Woo! I know that one.
All right.
Y'all gotta know this one. All right, hey, Kevin Cleary's got it. Kevin Cleary.
We got a bunch of people that got it, but it was a little late. We got one person right there. That's Kevin Cleary. He said, Huckleberry, you are correct, Kevin Cleary. You win a copy of those YouTubers' book. I don't even know what the name of the book is, but, you know, just hit me up right there in Teflon TV, Kevin Cleary, and I will get you that book and stuff. Thank you for definitely answering that question.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry. Right. That is good. You gotta be quick on these things when I'm saying it, people. Right? You gotta be quick. I'll give away a music box right now. So when you hit me up, I'm gonna give away another book, but I'll give away a music box right now. You got a question, Falon?
Huh.
Oh man.
Don't say it. Let me know. Just think about it. If you got one, just let me know when you got one.
Nah, not yet.
All right. Let me try to think of a Game of Thrones question so that y'all can get a Game of Thrones thing and stuff like that. I think y'all that Huckleberry is pretty easy, right? That was pretty easy. Y'all should have got that one right there. That was an easy one to get. I don't be trying to make these two. I want someone to win. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get something else in there for you.
I got a question.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? This is another question. This is for a music box right here. This is going to be not a Game of Thrones question. It's going to be a question. All right, here we go. Are y'all ready for the? Here we go. Get ready. Remember, when you see Teflon, you got to answer after I put the Teflon in the chat. All right. This is another question that has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. It's a movie, one of my favorite movies. All you got to do is answer this question. In the movie, The Last Dragon, what was the name of the villain?
Oh, come on.
I'm trying not to give it to him. Try to give it to him.
This is a gimme.
Come on, man.
Might not be that easy for everybody. That joint is quick, crazy easy in our community anyway.
Wait, we got a winner here. Dornis Wentz says it right there. Show enough. Yeah, baby. Definitely. So for Shogun up in there.
Show enough.
Dornis Wentz, you have won yourself a Game of Thrones music box. Please hit me up on Teflon TV on my Facebook page, like that page, and I will send that out to you. I really do appreciate that. We're going to give away another book when it's all said and done, I promise you, and we will give away another music box before this is all said and done. No doubt about it. So we're going to get back to it. If anyone has any questions in the chat, we on this for another half an hour. We're gonna have another guest coming up on here too. Falon's rocking with us for the whole time and stuff. So
smash that like button, folks. Smash it.
We're up there. We're doing our thing here. We're giving away gifts. We're doing everything for you. Yes, Vanity was smoking hot in that movie, right? Vanity was dumb hot in that movie. Dumb hot. Vanity, I thought for a long time was the best looking woman I ever seen in my life. For a long time, she held that crown and held that crown without a doubt. So did Lisa, boy. Oh my God. Who remembers Lisa in the culture? Oh my God, Lisa. Those are the days, baby. Those were the days. Prince had them all, baby, though. Prince had them all. He had them all, Prince. Prince was the man. He had them all. You know, he's just like, get naked in the water, girl.
Shaka Khan.
Like a con, please. You can get it right.
Chaka Khan.
I remember my dad talking about Shaka Khan when I was little.
What about Sade, though?
Oh, yeah. Sade with those lips. Sade, boy. Oh, my God. Sade is beautiful. Beautiful woman. All right, we going back to it. We got a question here real quick. Let me get it. It just went up. It said, what happened to your Gendry and Sansa prediction? It seems that Arya and Gendry are getting close. All right. We did see Arya and Gendry. You see Arya flirt with Gendry a little bit. I think my prediction still sticks. I think it's going to be Sansa and Gendry when it's all said and done. But no, Fulad does not agree with that. So what do you say about that, bro?
I think it's just clear, Arya and Gendry, just knowing how typically how movies are set up, how TV goes, where they foreshadow everything I'm reading is just Arya Gendry. Either it's one or two things gonna happen with Gendry. Either he's gonna be with Arya in the end, or he's gonna die, and Arya's gonna be running from him. That's the only reason to plant that scene in there like that. And I mean that's my read of it. But we will see.
What do you think, Mo?
What was the question again?
Is Arya gonna get with Gendry when this is all said and done?
I feel like it. I mean, she did do that twirly turnaround when she was walking out of the blacksmithery. She did turn back around and look at him. You know what I'm saying? And you remember back in season 2 when he had his shirt off, she couldn't stop looking at him. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I just feel like it might just happen, man. It might.
Listen, there are a lot of people that flirt with a lot of people in life. A lot of things it may seem, but when it's all said and done, you know what I mean? We've seen Gendry, how he's felt about redheads when he was around Melisandre. We've seen it. We haven't seen Gendry in the presence of Sansa yet. So we don't know how he's going to react when he sees that chick. But I'm telling you, you could check out my video. It's on my actual commercial. It says huge clue up there with Robert Baratheon putting the feather inside the hand of Lyanna's tomb. Trust me, when dealing with the situation, when he says, I have a son, you have a daughter, let's join our houses, that's not Arya. Arya clearly says, that's not me. She doesn't want to be the lordess of anyone's castle. That's not her style. Sansa from day one was trying to get pregnant, and she was trying to be the queen. That's all she said. I want to be Joffrey and give him babies. That's all she cares about, Sansa. Sansa's not going to get raped, tortured, and all that stuff in the end, just not to find out. She's going to get her loving at the end, and that's going to be from Gendry. And there's no doubt about it in my mind. That's the way it's going to go down. Arya is the wandering wolf. She's going to find out what's west of Westeros. She don't got time to be settling down and having no babies. And ain't no one having no babies.
Teflon.
Yeah.
And was Charlie supposed to come on?
He was supposed to come on. I don't know what happened.
Where T's telling me to hit him up. Like, how am I supposed to hit him up?
I don't know. He was supposed to come on, but I don't know what happened to him. So,
yo, what's popping?
Oh, we are joined by another guest right here. He is another member of the Black People Talk Game of Thrones podcast. His name is It's Real Tony. What's going on, brother?
You already know, bro. When you call the banners, I gotta pull up. You know what I mean?
Hey, Charlie's in the chat.
So
Charlie's in the chat. Send him the link.
I did on his Facebook page. I already sent him that.
Oh, okay.
It's real in the crib, my man.
So what up? It's Real Tony. What's going on, brother? How's everything, man?
Not much, bro. You know how the day go. It was a kind of busy day, but we here. We had to pull up, enjoying it, trying to rewatch a little bit of Game of Thrones. Get ready.
That's what's up, Charlie. You can come on anytime you want. If you're good, just come on, son. And so it's all
okay.
up. All right. So yeah. So it's Real Tony. Let me ask you: when you get a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think episode 1 that we got?
6.
All right. That was very quick to the point. That's what I like.
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene of episode 1?
My favorite scene. Well, since it was just callbacks and reunions, I got to pick my reunion between Jon Snow and Arya, just because of the respect they show each other, the love they showed each other, and the fact that you see that Arya's love, like how she thinks it changes. She got her sister back, and you got to appreciate that.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, now we're dealing with the trial of Westeros. Charlie, get up in here, man. Hurry up. We're dealing with the trial of Westeros and of Jaime Lannister trial of Westeros. What am I doing here? My mind's all over the place. I'm trying to get Charlie in here and all this stuff. All right, Charlie, get up in here. Hurry up. What do you think? How this going to play out, man? How you think it goes down with them in the trial of Westeros? I mean, trial of Westeros. Stop it, Teflon.
I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. To be honest, I think they're gonna get their feelings out the way. We know how Daenerys feel. We know how everybody else feel. And it all depends on what Brand says too. If he's going to out him right then and there, like, yo, you pushed me out the window, what's up? But I don't think it's like that. We got Jon Snow there, and you see how he's very livid when it comes to losing lives over stupid reasons when you got the dead coming. So I think he's going to try to keep, and Jaime Lannister is a good commander. So what's the point of getting rid of a military commander? You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel you. Also join us right now is a fellow small counselor. His name is Charlie in Westeros. If you can, to my mods, I know y'all always on it. You can put the link to It's Real Tony's page in here and Charlie in Westeros page in here. I am so good. Happy to do that. Charlie, what's going on, brother?
Tony, how's it going? I'm pretty good. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I saw there were three guests, so I thought I had to wait my turn. Hence why I didn't jump on.
No, you just get on, man. The time when you get that time, that's your time. Just come on in here and you do your thing. You know what I mean?
Alrighty, I know for the future. I actually have a guest with me. I want you guys to meet.
All right.
Is that cool?
Yes, of course. Let me pull over the camera so I can take a look at this person myself.
Alrighty.
There we go. Go ahead.
She's a beautiful specimen, all the way from Old Valyria.
Alrighty.
And I call her Syrax.
Wait up. Let me lock the camera on you. There you go.
There you go.
What is that?
That's a nuclear weapon.
What is that? A gecko? What is that?
It's a leopard gecko, yeah. Her name is Syrax. I named her after Rhaenyra's dragon, and I felt like introducing her to you guys today since she was out and about.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
That is what it is. That is what it is. Charlie, you got to ask you real quick. What do you give the rating for the episode last week?
Yeah, we talked about it on our small council meeting yesterday, and I gave it an 8.5. I kind of agreed more with Mo today. I heard he gave it an 8.
Yep. That's where I was at.
I'm feeling that rating. I'm going to stick with my 8.5, minimum 8. I know you guys disagree, but
it was a good opening season episode. It was a good opener.
That's what I felt as well.
If we if this is an 8, I can only imagine what the other ones is going to be.
Y'all willing to give this an 8. What are you going to do when you see the battle? You going to give them a 15?
Exactly. I know we missed Game of Thrones, but
it's been 2 years.
That's it. You craving it. It's like you're an addict. So yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, once you get it, you're gonna love it. But then once you sit back and think about it after you had it for a while, you're gonna be like, man, that wasn't that good.
with so many callbacks, you know what I mean? Like the little boy running in the beginning of the episode, calling back to like Bran when Robert was coming to Winterfell season 1. And then at the end of the episode, Bran and Jaime running into each other, just like season 1 when Jaime pushed him out the window. There was so many callbacks, them riding the dragons. I give it a solid 8, man.
That's all it was callbacks.
It got a solid 7 for me, probably because of how short it was, really. It just seemed so fast. You know what I mean? I didn't have a problem with the plot, development, the dialogue, any of that. It was just, seemed like it was just over as soon as it started. That's probably why immediately I felt like it was about a 6.5, 7.
Because we were craving more. You're right. We was craving more, but that doesn't downgrade how good the episode was.
I think you can't. I don't think you can say. If I go to a restaurant and get a meal and I'm craving more, maybe it was a good episode, but it didn't fill me up. I think it's some type of situation like that. Maybe it was good, the food, but if it didn't fill me up, I don't feel like I got my money's worth, right? I got to be full when this is all said and done. I want to walk out there, and get the itis or something like that. And if I ain't catching the itis in this bitch, then I don't think it was good. It was satisfying to eat, but it wasn't that satisfying. Charlie, I'm going to ask you this question because you just got here with us and stuff, and it's real, Tony. Do you think there's a possibility that Jaime Lannister asked for a trial by combat? And if so, who would defend Jaime Lannister?
I don't think Jaime's going to get a trial by combat. They're in the north after all. And Tony, you kind of made me think about something yesterday when we were talking about this. I think, remember in the books when Jaime gets captured by the Brotherhood Without Banners and Lady Stoneheart, and he's about to be executed by hanging? Mm-hmm. I think something like that's going to take place. I think they're going to get him ready to be hung. Worst case scenario, and then the White Walkers are going to attack, and they're going to realize, shit, we need this guy to fight off these creatures. Something like that, I think, is going to happen. Either that or Daenerys is going to forgive him, and that'll be that. But I think that'll be a bit too easy in my mind.
No, it's real, Tony. What are you thinking about that? Trial by combat is a possibility?
Anything's possible, bro. But from my point of view, I don't see it. I don't see it coming up. I think we might get one this season, but not with Jamie Lannister in the North right now. No.
All right. That is what it. He said. So with Slight York says trial by combat was abolished by King Tom. I don't think King Tommen's words matter in upstate. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna go down like that and stuff like that. Derek Crocker he said he got a prediction. Shoot that prediction, brother. Go ahead, Mo.
What is it? Say that again.
No, Derek Brock said he had a prediction in the chat. I'm just waiting for him to shoot that out. What did you say?
I said upstate. Like what? Like upstate New York? Is the North upstate?
I think the North is Canada,
upstate, man. The North is upstate, baby. You know what I mean? That's what the North is. It's like, it's when you get locked up, and they said you going upstate, you going to the North. That's where it is, man. You going upstate, baby. That's where the nice spot is at.
I found a question in the chat from Sailor Diva. Let's go around in a circle. Will all of the dragons be dead by the end of the season?
Go ahead, fellas.
I say no. One will survive. Likely Drogon. I think he'll live long like Balerion the Black Dread. You know, he outlived like the others for a couple 100 years or so. But whatever. I think Drogon will last.
I have to agree with my brother there. I think at least one is going to survive, but I do agree with a lot of people that we're going to get a clutch of eggs. So one more is going to die. Don't know who. And a clutch of eggs.
Charlie?
I think all the dragons are going to die. I think this is kind of the end of all magical beings in Westeros. The end of the series.
Oh, you broke my heart. Charlie, you broke my heart.
Believe me, I would love it if they all survived, but I don't know. I'm a pessimist. It's George R. Martin. He likes to kill things and people off. So
this ain't George R. Martin, though. This
True.
Well, we got wait. Now, George R. Martin has come out and said recently that the book the show ending is going to end like the book.
Oh yeah,
it's going to end this. It's going to end the exact same.
How you get there is going to be a little different, yeah.
A little bit because there's different characters in it, but I'm saying if Jon Snow survives, he survives in the book. You know what I mean? They're not going to kill him in the show, and then he's going to be alive in the book. So the big thing is going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, they're not going to have the Lady Stoneheart situation, but they could be doing the Lady Stoneheart thing right now, dealing with this situation, dealing with this, with Jamie Lannister and all that. So maybe Jamie Lannister does get the noose around his neck. He deserves it. He deserves to die. In all honesty, I don't care how he dies as long as he dies. To tell you the truth, I just want him out of here. I want Jamie Lannister out of here. And if you want to meet Jamie Lannister, he's going to be at Con of Thrones this year. So make sure you get down to Con of Thrones. You can meet him in person, get a meet and greet pass and everything else, and take a picture with him. And then you can tell him how much you love him and hate him right in his face.
Tony, you answer the question?
No. I don't have to answer that question. You go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw a curveball on this one. I think both the living dragons are gonna survive, and the ice dragon is gonna be reclaimed from the Night's King, and somehow, some way, is gonna be back with Dany. I don't know if that's Melisandre doing what she did to Jon Snow, some black magic, some red god magic, something. I just think that the ice dragon is going to come back into Dany's possession. That's what I'm saying. You heard it here first.
All right. Derek Brock says Dany will try to sentence Jamie to death, likely to test Tyrion's loyalty and assert her dominance. During the chaos in the room, I think Jon will step in and announce who he is, saving Jamie for death. So how does Jon tell Daenerys who he is? Let's just go into that. How do you think that Jon, if you think Jon's going to tell her who he is, let's go around the horn with that. How do you think that Jon is going to announce who he is to Daenerys?
Who we starting with?
Go ahead, sir. You right there.
The scenario you just gave would be so corny to me if it went down like that, where it's at the trial and Daenerys is just so hard on killing him because of her father went embarrassing and told her dad, wasn't nothing and all of that. That would be corny, and John step up and do it that way. Now, I think the way he's going to tell her is she's going to try to be intimate with him, and then he's going to feel like he needs to tell her.
Do you think she's gonna be in the bed with him? He's gonna be like, I can't do it. Why? Because you're my aunt. You think it's gonna go down like that? A little something like that? It's quite possible it could go down like that. What are you thinking, Charlie? How is she gonna tell? How's John gonna tell her who he really is?
Well, I don't think John is going to tell Daenerys this episode who he really is. Knowing John, he's going to avoid saying it for as long as he can because he does not want to rule. He's a reluctant ruler, so as a result, it's not something he's going to do unless he absolutely has to. And you've all kind of touched on it. I think he's going to tell her when there comes a time where he has to announce it for one reason or another, but a reason that's very important. What that reason is, I don't know. Maybe if she's on death's door. I really don't know. I don't know when or what the reasons are specifically, but I do know he'll tell her at a time where he absolutely has to do it.
All right. It's real, Tony. What are you thinking about that, real quick? How is John going to tell her?
First off, I hope he tell her away from Drogon because she might try to get him off the back, tell him some shit like that. But I don't know. Hopefully, it'd be private, something private. But the way Sam is feeling right now, there's a few links like that might fuck that up. He might be too mad at it. He might blurt it out like, "Oh, why would you let her do that? You're the king." You know what I mean? Something like that. So I hope it's dramatic, to be honest, but it might be in private, if anything.
Mo Genie, what are you thinking?
It's definitely not going to be tonight's episode that he tells her, but I feel like it could happen at the Battle of Winterfell where, just like some of you guys have already stated, it either when they're intimate and John feels like he can't get intimate with her now that he knows what she is, his aunt, or it'll be like a situation where Dany tries to assert her authority in a situation where she just keeps going on and about, I'm the queen of the 7 kingdoms, blah, 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 this is my realm, blah, blah, blah. And then John just slams his fist on the table and is like, no, you're not. I'm the king. Or some shit like that. I'm just trying to be dramatic.
I don't know if John's got to be almost like that to do that to her. I think if he's going to tell her in the crypts of Winterfell. I think they'll be down in the crypts at some point, and I think that's what he'll tell her. Be looking at Lyanna's statue or something like that and tell her in front of there. We got a super chat here, Mo.
Super chat
from Ricardo. He says, "Do you think they'll pull some Days of a Life stuff? And as John tries to tell her, she'll bust out and tell him she's pregnant." I think that is quite possible that he could say, I'm your nephew. Well, I'm pregnant. Well, I think it could go down like that, without a doubt. What do y'all think? You think the pregnant thing? Do you think that Dany is pregnant?
Absolutely. I believe what's going to draw them apart is the reveal who he is, and then what's going to draw them back together is her being pregnant.
All right, Charlie.
I agreed with Fulton. I think Dany is pregnant, or she'll be pregnant by the end of the series. I don't know if that'll propel him to tell her who he really is, or if that'll play a role, but pregnancy for sure.
All right. Tony?
Oh yeah, she's pregnant. If she didn't get pregnant on the boat, she got pregnant under that waterfall with her kids watching, which is still kind of weird to me. I don't know how people find that nice, but whatever. But yeah, she's pregnant.
Mojini?
Yeah, that would seem like the perfect time for him to finally tell her too who he is. Where like she explains to him that I'm not supposed to get pregnant. The witch in wherever she was, the witch in Marine said I could never get pregnant again after Khal Drogo, and now I'm pregnant. And then boom, John tells her fucking he's a Targaryen, and the shit hits the fan.
All right. Yeah, I agree with all that. I think that, she's definitely gonna. I think I like the Days of Our Lives thing. That as soon as he tells her that, she goes, "Well, I got something to tell you, brother. I'm pregnant." I think that'd be hilarious. I wish they would pull off some situation like that. That would be great if it went down there like that. I would love to see anything like that.
That would be some real soap opera shit right there if
Well,
it goes down.
they just had him. They had him and E. Greg on top of the wall. They just had him go up by a waterfall. They're getting into some soap opera territory with this. You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
it wouldn't make. I could see that going down all day in a situation like that. We got Cheryl Lindsay says Bran is going to tell everyone. I don't know if Bran is going to be the one to come out and say that. If he'd be the one to blow that spot up like that.
That's who preseason everybody thought would be the one who would tell everybody.
Yeah,
Preseason.
Listen, Bran probably already watched him having sex and everything because Blood Raven said he watched everything. So Bran was probably watching him have sex and everything. He's probably seen it all already. It probably was going down right there. We got a super chat here.
Super chat.
No question from Red Plum Jelly. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I do appreciate it. All right, we're gonna give away another book copy of this book made by these YouTubers. I don't know the name of the book, but y'all know what I'm talking about because they've been promoting it and stuff like that. We'll give away one more copy of this book. Charlie, do you have a question in the head that you could ask these fans and stuff? Do you have something that you could pop off here?
I do have a question. I don't know if it's a fair question, but somebody will get it.
Wait up. Is it about Game of Thrones?
It's related to Game of Thrones, yeah.
All right, Charlie's gonna ask the question. When Charlie's done asking the question, you see Teflon pop up on the bottom. That is your time to put the answer in. Don't put it in before you see that. All right, here we go. Go ahead, Charlie, ask the question.
Alrighty. On my wall, I have a Game of Thrones calendar. For the month of April, which character is featured on it?
There we go. We have the question in there. This is for the book. So if y'all want the book, you gotta get this question right. What is the feature? Who is the character on this right here? All right, Charlie. Are you looking at the chat, Charlie?
I am. Somebody's already guessed it.
Who is it? Who's the winner? Congratulations
to Bryant McGee. Littlefinger was the character on my calendar. I can show you guys if you want the proof.
There it is. Brian McGee.
Ooh. Good job, Brian.
Brian, good job. Hit me up on Teflon TV Facebook page and tell me if you want the e-copy or if you want the hardcover, whatever I can get to you, and I will send you that book. You know what I mean? That was a great job. That was a good question, Charlie. I really do. You have
I want to ask the chat a movie trivia question, just for the hell of it. No prize included, just for the hell of it.
Go ahead.
In the first Predator movie, when Arnold Schwarzenegger and the black commando guy, I forgot his name, but he's in the Rocky movies. He's what's his name, Tony? What's his name?
Oh my God, Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed. In the first Predator movie, the Apollo Creed dude and Schwarzenegger.
Carl Weathers is his name.
Yes, when they first meet up with each other, because they haven't seen each other in a while, when they're about to go to the jungle and they dap each other up, and all you see is them big ass muscles off both of them. What does Schwarzenegger say to him?
I don't know myself.
This is a major movie line, bro.
I don't know that one. I don't know I have no idea what he said.
I'm gonna wait till the chat rides for a hot second.
I have no idea. We got someone saying you've been pushing too many pencils.
Betrayed 16 got it pretty much. And Robo Kino. Schwarzenegger says, "Dylan, you son of a bitch."
I don't know. That's not a classic line movie.
Dog, when they both dap each other up, Go Google that. Go YouTube that scene. That is like the most known Predator line ever, bro. I thought you was a Predator fan.
I'm a fan of movies. I didn't know that line. I don't know. You know, I don't know if that's a I'll be back. You know, I don't know if it's a I'll be back. Maybe it's a I'll be back. I'm not sure if it's a I'll be back though. Like I'll be back is like a line for me. You know what I mean? Or something like that. So
Dylan, you son of a bitch. Come on, man.
I did not know that line. Anybody else?
Whatever. All right, whatever. Let's go to the next one.
But someone would have got that though, so that would have been a win for somebody if it was. So that is what it is there and stuff like that. Let's give final predictions for this upcoming episode right now. What do you think is going to be the major moment of this episode? What it's all? I don't even know if we can say. Let's say, why do you think this episode is going to end? How about that? It's real, Tony. How's this episode going to end?
Man, I think we already seen how it's going to end with Tyrion on the wall, or like just showing everybody on the wall. We might end up with that, and with that end the scene with the White Walkers coming, and you see the footstep. That'd probably be how it ended.
All right, Charlie, how you think this episode is going to end?
Pretty much what was just said. White Walkers arriving, the defenses of Westeros preparing themselves.
It's going to suck if it ends like that, too.
I know it's cliche, but I think it's going to do that.
We got Joe Swag giving super chat saying no question, just showing love to House Teflon. These pregame shows make my Sunday. Thank you, sir. I really do appreciate that. Fulan, how do you think that this is going to end this episode?
These they're Northerners. They're gonna be sloppy. They hadn't worked out, resolved their issues, so it's gonna be like a rush job. You know what I mean? They're gonna be in the middle of all their little squabbling. Then that's when Tormund and everybody gonna come through, telling them, "Hey, look, man, we got till tomorrow to be ready because this is about to go down." And they're going to just be doing a quick rush job. And as far as getting ready, I think it's going to end like that. And they're going to lose because they weren't properly prepared. But of course, that's next episode. But it's going to end with them just rushing to get ready.
All right. What do you think is going to go on there, Mo Genie? How's it going to shut down?
Something to do with the dragons. If all else fails, you come back to the dragons and you mesmerize them. That's how the episode's going to end. It's either going to be the Night King doing a drive-by shooting on Winterfell with the dragon, or it's going to be Drogon and them flying past Winterfell and they can see the dragon in the distance, the ice dragon in the distance, something like that.
All right. So you think that we're going to see the Night's King in this episode around the horn? Do we see the Night's King in this episode? Tony.
My bad, bro. No, I don't think we're gonna see the Night King, but I hope we see Ghost next to Jon Snow at least once. Other than that, no.
All right, Charlie, what do you think? You gonna see the Night's King?
I'm not sure about seeing the Night's King. I agree. I really want to see Ghost this episode. I kind of feel, unfortunately, this episode is going to be like a part 2 of the episode we saw last week, which was like a wrap-up, a reunion episode. So I don't think it's going to be an amazing episode, unfortunately. So, Night's King, I wish. I don't think so.
All right, Fulan, what do you think about that?
Yes, we'll see him briefly. Yep. He's not going to do anything epic, but we'll see him.
All right, Mojini?
Yep. If we see the ice dragon, we're seeing the Night King. End of the episode.
That is what it is. All right, we're going to go around the horn. Please let the people know where they can find you. It's Real Tony. Let them know.
It's Real Tony. You could find me at It's Real Tony on YouTube. I do Game of Thrones skits, reviews, manga-related stuff, anime-related stuff, everything of a sort. Come check me out.
Please spell that out real quick for them in case they spell it wrong.
ITZ Real Tony.
There you go. All right, Charlie Westeros. Let the people know where they can find you.
You can all find me at Charlie Westeros here on YouTube. I do Game of Thrones episode reviews, sometimes predictions, and sometimes some facts videos.
And that is what it is. Flan, let them know where they can find you, baby.
Catch me right here on YouTube, FULAN, and I do Game of Thrones predictions, previews. I do character breakdowns, character studies, anything related to this here, and ready to go.
All right, without a doubt. Mo Genie, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, under the name Moji, MOEJ triple I. MOEJ triple I. I do a lot of photography work around the DC area. Come check my shit out.
That's what it is. Y'all know who I am. And as always, before we end, you gotta let you know the Don Tony Teflon, Mo Genie, you got the chat up?
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you to rep your hood, put in where you are from, and Mo Genie Linguini is going to read that out to let us know, let the world know that we are worldwide. And we got people all over the world, people. Let them know.
Okay, Daryl Galt, Fort Lauderdale, OTDA, Tennessee, Imagination Realm, Brooklyn, Charlie Westeros, Wee, Quebec, Canada, Danielle in Kansas City, Missouri, Gambino Capo, Baltimore, Kevin Cleary, Memphis, T-Baby, DC, baby, The Granite Person, New Orleans, Derek Brock, Oakland, Neil C. Upstate. I'm guessing upstate New York. Danny Cuz, Chicago. KC Lemus, the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx. Linda Pursuta, Connecticut. Val 287, Detroit. Nola Boy, New Orleans. Manero Geek TV, NYC. Fandom D. Saint, New York. Azor of House Barakthian, Rhode Island, Living My Rhapsody, Illinois, Living on a Prayer, Australia. Ooh wee. Oh shit, the chat done went off on me. Okay,
I see
here we
my
go.
St. Louis brothers over there. I see ya.
Sailor Diva, Detroit, Brian McGee, Tampa, Florida. Santavia Major, Rochester, New York, Michael Kane, Jackson, Mississippi, Adrian in Indio, California, Leanna Stark in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, Christina in Indiana, Isabel Pinto in Portugal, Vanessa Marino, Queens, New York, Kay Mocha, Burlington, New Jersey, Sarah Moreno, Chicago, DJ in Ferguson, Ricardo Guerra, South Jersey, Ruben.
I'll take a couple of these for you real quick. We got Gnome 1 in Sweden. We got YouTube in Trinidad. We got Abu 80 in Norway. We got Sir York in North UK. Mike Cooley in Hansburg, PA. We got Sales Salas Muscle representing Vegas. Joe Swag is in Pittsburgh, the so-called city of champions. We got Christina Taylor in Goose Creek, South Carolina. Goose Creek, baby, in the building. You know, hear Goose Creek every day in your life, you know what I mean? But I'm happy to hear today. Airtat is representing Turkey, home of the Young Turks, baby. We got James Gatt representing Washington, Seattle, and we got Nina Span in Spain up in this piece right there. Mother of Kraken, St. Louis. We got Cheryl representing Birmingham, Alabama, the home of the heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, which I am the publisher of his children's book. So go pick that up, people. Go pick that up right there. Thank you, Abby. We got one final super chat here I did see real quick from
Super Chat
from Thrones Volume saying East Tennessee pledges always the house Teflon. Yo, thank y'all all. Thank my guests for rocking with me. Thank everybody for chilling here. We will be back with you next week. Hopefully, we have a great episode, and hopefully we can enjoy this episode. And as always, what do I do this? Please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.